Hey guys, Michael Furlong here for Real Life at 180 Degrees. We're talking about marriage. In the last video, we're talking about Ruth, who I think is awesome. So as we continue, let's go Matthew 1, verse 5 and 6. Boaz, the father of Obed, whose mother was Ruth. Obed, the father of Jesse, and Jesse, the father of King David. David was the father of Solomon, whose mother had been Uriah's wife. Now Uriah's wife's name was Bathsheba. This is a very interesting and perhaps a very messy story. I think the reason why Matthew 1 addresses her as Uriah's wife instead of her name, I believe, is because it points to the importance of this story. So in 2 Samuel 11 verse 1 it reads, "In the spring, at the time when kings go off to war, David sent Joab out with the king's men." So when kings are supposed to be leading their army, David decided to stay home. That's mistake number 1. Now in verse 2, one evening David got up from his bed and walked around the roof of the palace. From the roof he saw a woman bathing. Finds out her name, who her husband is, but despite that he still decides to sleep with her and she becomes pregnant. So now she's pregnant. David decides how can he protect himself, so he contacts Joab to have Joab send Uriah back home to report on the war, hoping that he would spend the night with his wife when he returns. But when Uriah returns to report on the war, he doesn't spend the night with his wife. He says in verse 11, "The ark and Israel and Judah are staying in tents, and my commander Joab and my Lord's men are camped in the open country. How could I go to my house to eat and drink and make love to my wife? As surely as you live, I will not do such a thing." So that's that. So in verse 15, David sends Joab, the commander, on a message saying, "Put Uriah out in front where the fighting is fiercest. Then withdraw from him, so he will be struck down and die." So David has killed Bathsheba's husband. At the end of 2 Samuel 11, David takes Bathsheba as his wife. God is displeased with David, so that child is born and shortly dies. But David and Bathsheba's second child is Solomon, who would become king. Now the interesting thing, I believe, is that David had multiple wives. He had many children already, but it was this particular woman that God chose to continue the family lineage straight down to Jesus Christ. So that's me. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. I'll talk to you later. Bye now.